Oh, there's a bird. I think it's a. The heck is he? Is that a Mr. Robin? Not sure. No, that's something else, ain't it? Uh. Anyway, I'm sitting out here, kind of camped, waiting for the sun to shift. There's like once it gets at a certain point in the horizon, you have your shift point, and that's when you can see the contrasts, the colors, and the lot of stuff potentially. So it's kind of like if you're waiting, or it's like a rainbow, man. You have a small opportunity to catch it, and same thing with this type stuff. There's a little window every day where you see the shift. If you catch it at the right time, you'll get the best, most dramatic. And that's really what it is. Is like you need a contrast. For instance, sometimes that's just a perspective. See, since I seen the sky with my own eyes when growing up, and it never was like this so frequently. There wasn't no chemtrails or it was rare to see. You did see times where the sky turned colors. It turned yellow. It turned red. There was crazy here and there. There was stuff in the clouds here and there, but skywriting stuff like that. I remember that for sure. Also, hot air balloons, man. I used to see those a lot, and not so much anymore. So you'd see things in the sky, but they were common things. But these days, you got chembos, chemtrails, sun dogs, you got orbs, Foo Fighters, you got strange cloud formations, you got lights in the sky, flashes, vortexes. Uh, there's all kinds of sky weirdness these days. There's a lot more activity. You got harp lights, quake lights. Uh, you got those exploding fireballs. I mean, I seen a fireball before in the sky, and it was a giant green comet or something that went right through the sky, and it was glowing like green fire, and it had a bunch of little tiny fireballs flying behind it, and they all flew from one end of the horizon to the other. And I had a witness there with me too. And then I was talking about that one day, way down in Imway City, and this guy said he saw the same thing, which is crazy. So that was a big thing, whatever happened there. See, this almost looks like a little tree figurine. There's another scorpion looking tail thing. Um, Usual suspects. There's a little face right there, like a little creature right here. It's one of those chimeras that I'm talking about. Creature with a large mouth. There's a creature right here. Looks like a lion. There's another scorpion looking thing. Yeah, serpents and scorpions are basically in the Bible, and it's like people who operate through the works of darkness and use those methods against people are really what serpents and scorpions symbolize. So if you use the works of darkness, that means it's people who can, in a way, use sick demonic forces on you. Yep, see, the lines are starting to kick in right here. And there's a very foggy, hazy look to this spot right here. Birds flew. See, you can sometimes. Oh, it's starting to burn my eye. See, I can see all this getting. Look, it's got a weird color and haze. This whole area right here. There's almost like a smoky, hazy, weird texture to the cloud. Like this one's real distinguished. This one is cloudy, murky, hazy. You can see it all up in here, how hazy it is. And normally when it goes haze like that, the cloud is going to change drastically. Normally, like the frequency must be hitting it and dispersing it. And you can see almost like a jet coming through here. And look, here's a big open area right here. It's almost like a giant square. And then it's going up, cutting up under here. Yep, that's Etch-a-Sketch. It looks like the Etch-a-Sketch ray. The cloud agitator, because I'd imagine, all right, here's a simple way you could think of a dispersant technique would be, if you hit it with the ray of frequency that affects the molecules and causes them to speed up, when things speed up, they have a tendency to disappear. You know what I'm saying? Or move farther away from each other and get thinner. It's kind of, that's how that, when it turns, especially if it's a gas, and clouds are really just condensation gas, so that's just water and turned into a gaseous vapor. See how it's opening up there? You can see almost a line. That's funny, man. I seen you can see the murky all in this area, just as this area. See back here, it gets clean and distinguishable back in this area, all back in here, but up in this area too. And especially all this area. And that's the same place yesterday. It's almost the same course where yesterday there was the giant red dragon cloud that was going from the south to the north, and then over back there towards Mount Morris, it curved back off to the east. But yeah, they're definitely experimenting, man. Yeah, that's definitely, it's got that weird quality to it. It's a quality like, look, you see in there, you can see pits, and you can see texture. Here, it's all phased, like, and it's weird, man. It's weird. It's different than that. You can see it. It's like I said, it's almost like reading the grains of the wood, or looking at a river, and you can kind of see the current on the top of the river sometimes. So I mean, in a way, it's like that. You can read the grain of the sky in a way. That's the best way I can describe it. Like in a way, you can see, like, look, you can sit there and watch which directions it's moving, and basically predict which way the wind's blowing from by looking at which way the clouds are going. Like, look at this sundog-ish looking thing right there. Yep, definitely catching a nice little ray shine. Like all up in here, you can see like a plasma-like field, or at least quality to the light that's being reflected or captured or filtered or something. Because I mean, look at this. This is a crazy field. That thing's still shooting off a little tail of light there too to the left. This thing right here, look. Where are we at? Right here. Right there. Another scorpion looking thing. Oh yeah, there's definitely some figurine looking effects too. See, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. All right, there's another thing that makes me think about this stuff. Like here, there's a other book in the Bible where this dude was like prayed that this other dude could see the things that were going on in heaven around him, and then basically God opens his eyes, and he could see all these chariots of fire and all these angels and things encamped all around in the sky everywhere. And I'm wondering if when they use the ray and the frequency, it kind of shakes what they would call the veil, or the thing that stops us from being able to see the supernatural, I guess you could say, dimension, the spiritual dimension. But it's in the same space that we're with, but it's just in a different dimension. And but there's ways to break through it and peer through it. Look at this shadow arc coming up right here. Oh wow, shadow effects, sundog effects. Sweet. My lucky freaking day. Almost looks like shadow fingers up in here. That almost looks like a 7 too. Look. Right here. Shadow fingers in the 7. You can see right up. You can see the rays, man. How they're letting off. There's a weird light haze, man. I mean, it's hard to explain. See back over here, that area with the haze in it, it's fading out now. But the haze factor looks like it's going away too, where it's like all blurry. It's weird. It's hard to explain. Now you can see it up in here now, the blurry. It's growing in there. But look, that whole area did get frequency Etch-a-Sketch wiped out. Like, look, like is there a giant ray from space or somewhere pointed down in this whole area right here? Or, I mean, here's another theory. Let's say it is smart dust, nanoparticuli smart dust, and they can control it mechanically from a remote location, like basically mechanical little mini machine mechanical clouds, kind of a lot like that movie Tornado or Twister, where they wanted to get these little devices up into the tornado so they could monitor it. And at the time, these were big devices. But in this day, with the new nanotechnology, microtechnology, they could make things really small. They literally could make a dust cloud of freaking smart particles and then get it up in the sky. In theory, say each one is basically a mini configured drone with a receiver, you know what I'm saying, with a little processor, microchip in it, and give it a freaking brain. And it knows its commands. You gotta all you'd have to do and send a frequency, an RF frequency, like a radio station, into the sky, and these things could be controlled. Yep, see? That whole area, it did dissipate too. I mean, it's not done yet. It took about, once it was hit, only took about 7 minutes, and it was dispersed. Look at this, persistent surveillance initiative. Thanks for showing up, dude. Yeah, it looks like he's got some kind of antenna device coming off the front of his plane, too. Oh yeah, he's got on the nose of the plane. He's got a no, I don't know. Maybe that is his leg. I don't know. Yep, it's definitely another good chemtrail day. But judging off what I seen yesterday, it's figured you'd get some more action today. There's an Illuminati Wave Air Magic B card cloud, International Weather Agency.